Hey Scorpio, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all well. First card out, the Ace of Wands, present energy. Fiery new beginning, passionate new start. It feels like you're in a very fun, loving energy at this time, that you're not going to entertain things that bring you down in some way. The advice is to embrace this turning point in your life. It's like the time is now. There's an opportunity for you to create a new life for yourself, a new lifestyle, a new way of doing something that you're very passionate about. It's going to keep you in a place of being inspired on a daily. It's like you feel your best, you look your best, you are your best when you're doing what you love, and there's an opportunity here connected to what you love that's going to bring in a lot of abundance for you, that's going to keep the energy flowing in your favor because of the energy that it puts you in. Feels very prosperous, very exciting, playful. It's taken a lot of strength for you to get to this place. People could even find you dismissive, or it feels like you're naive about certain situations because you have such huge acceptance for things. It may feel like being dismissive, but it's not. It's the fact that you've had the courage to face certain situations. I think this come up in your reading before. It's that you've had the courage to go through so much, to willingly choose to take the hard road when it comes to what it is you want, to conquering yourself in some way. That you're able to just flow with the changes of life. But it's like that's your power as well. A video come up earlier and it was like something about the most strongest element, or like how water can be so soft but it can be so strong that it can break through, like at certain pressures it can break through any obstacle, can cut through any solid. It's like very adaptable. And I feel like that's what you've become. It's that you can adapt to any situation because you have such a strong sense of self, because you've had the courage to say yes to what you truly desire, to commit to your life path in some way, maybe something you came here to do. It's going to mean continuing to follow your intuition, but that's really what's put you in your power. You're showing up here strong. We've got the Moon, the Strength card, Death, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Wands. I don't even want to say this, but it's coming through. It's like certain people aren't going to think you deserve the life that you've got, don't deserve the things that you have, or certain blessings that are coming your way. I feel like people haven't seen the battles that you've fought. It's like you don't look like what you've been through, or you make things look easy. You make things look... It's like... I've got an image of like a chef working in the kitchen for like hours on end, like blood, sweat and tears, going through all these different processes to create this one little perfect dish, like Michelin star dish that somebody's just going to appreciate. It's like people haven't seen what's been going on in the kitchen. They've just seen this dish and it's like, oh, why do you get this, or why are you... And it's like, you know why, and I don't feel like you even feel a need to explain yourself, justify yourself, or feel like... It's like, you know you deserve this. You know what you've gone through to have this transformation, to be standing strong in your power. It's like, continue to navigate through dark waters, doing what you do best. Understand that you're able to transmute these emotions, these things from the past, and actually create a life for yourself that you've always dreamt of. It's like keeping in that open-hearted place. Queen of Cups wanted to come out. King of Swords. It's like you're going to continue to follow your intuition regardless of what that means, who that affects, or who cares about that, who judges that. It's like nothing can faze you. You've got yourself out of some kind of dark place. It's like you're not going to willingly go back there. You're not going to voluntarily go back to a place you've come out of, regardless if it comforts someone else. It feels like you're standing very strong in your truth. You'd rather move forward regardless if there's fears to be faced. It's like you can rest, but you're not going to quit. Take time to appreciate how much work you've put in, and rest if you need to. It's like finding that balance of work and play, but it feels like if no one's been celebrating you, it's time to celebrate yourself, to reflect on how far you've come. You're committed to yourself, your own transformation, to nurturing and growing something for yourself. Extremely committed and disciplined. It feels like you've just been like literally evolving in terms of skill set, mastering yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, planting seeds for the future, working in silence for some things. It's like just feels like working in the Batcave kind of energy. And it's like you're not going to ever let any commitment take away from the commitment you have to yourself. That's what I'm picking up. It's like you've got you for the long term. It's feeling like marriage, but again, it feels like marriage to yourself. That you know you can have this long-term fulfillment regardless of who's around you. It's like you're satisfied. That doesn't mean that there won't be people around you or that you won't meet individuals. It's just something that you're solid by yourself. A lot of blessings coming in because you followed your intuition. This is in the near future. Continue to do so when it comes to accepting offers and opportunities. Your hope was to create a grand change. That's the truth. It's meant facing a lot of hard truths. But it's like, it feels like that sword in the stone energy. It's like it's very noble. It's like you could have gone a different way around things. But you knew that ultimately that would lead to some dissatisfaction, although that's how you wanted to react emotionally in the beginning, in terms of maybe you could have responded to situations or reacted to certain people in a more direct way. I'm going to say direct. It's all sorts is coming out. Like maybe you felt like you really could have lost your cool with certain people. But it's like seeing the bigger picture, having that bigger understanding that everything's part of the journey, part of the lesson, that it's not personal, but it is personal in terms of it's necessary to evolve, to be mindful of what's going on, to be aware of how we're being made to feel, what that's highlighting in ourselves. But I feel like no one's worth your peace. That's the thing. It's not a case that you haven't got some kind of strength, or it's like you protect yourself, but you know what's worth investing your energy in. It's like you're not even going to pick up your sword to fight people that it's like, I'm not even going to get up. It's like you're focused on what you need to do, and it's like continuing to do that because it's leading to something prosperous. Continue to follow your instincts. It's like you had to put something down, put a weight down so that you could get your intentions right, or something was like getting in the way of, or there was some kind of subconscious underlying drive in what it is you're doing, or maybe you thought you was doing it for this reason from a place of service, but there was some past emotion driving that. It's like you just had to get your feelings right, get balanced, get straight, get your intentions straight, put down the weight of worrying about what others are thinking, what others are doing. It's like what wasn't working, you had to let it go. It got to a point you couldn't fight for it anymore. It's like the burden was too heavy. That was necessary for justice to be in your favour. That's why this present energy is here, because of the decisions that you've made. You chose to commit to your own happiness, to balancing things out. There's a lot of money coming in, wanting to come in. It feels like going from a place of grinding to almost feeling like you're in lack because you're having to continuously, feels like very laborious energy, but putting something down to helping you get back into your heart space. Long-term stability, it feels like long-term. Opportunities to make money that are going to lay foundations for the long term. Not just for yourself, I'm getting this like for others. Or there's something like some way of service, something aligned with your purpose. But it's like you had to be on your own for a bit to even have this new beginning. As heartbreaking as that was in terms of, I feel like it's not been heartbreaking for you to be in your own energy. I feel like you quite enjoy your own energy. It's been heartbreaking, the things that have had to happen for you to get into this place of isolation. I feel like maybe certain injustices happened why they even led you to that place of having to, it feels like switching off, but it's what's led you to overcoming obstacles, to being successful, to finding your own magic again. It's like there were blessings in the emotional turmoil. Like in retrospect, it's led to a victory, you conquering yourself, new beginning, the sun, 3 of Wands, something very passionate, abundant. Who's that? Someone from the past. Page and a page. Page of Wands, Page of Cups on the Tower. Someone from the past, maybe wanting to come back because of your light, because of how you're shining at this time. You could be conflicted about this. It feels like something you've maybe already overcome. Or like an obstacle you already overcome, something maybe you've already released. There's an opportunity to go back to something from the past. You're conflicted because you think it's going to affect your money. You don't want anything getting in the way of long-term stability. The not just long-term stability, but it's just like your everyday stability, or like I feel like you're in a place of feeling grounded, feeling excited. It's a judgment call that needs to be made. I feel like it's looking like you want to have a new beginning, be socializing. It's like you don't want to be around any energy that takes you out of this place of your purpose, your passions. Making a judgment call to have a new start. Feels like certain energies don't want you to have a new start. I was looking at the dog pulling the full back on the card, and then the 3 of, really? Page again, 2 of Cups. Oh, that it doesn't sound nice, but it's like some people are heartbroken that you're okay. Ew. But that's what is coming out. That is sore. Send them love. The Hermit of the World. I feel like you're done with certain energies. You're not going to entertain drama. But it's a choice. You know what you truly desire, what's right for you. It feels like it's taken a lot of work for you to close out a past cycle. To overcome some heartbreak. And now you're standing here, High Priestess, as yourself, the Death card. Shift your perspective. Shift your perspective. The Hanged Man, the Emperor. It feels like shifting your perspective in terms of what you want in a commitment. Some commitment causes some anxiety. Maybe you've like labelled all commitments a stress because of the commitments you've had. Doesn't have to be romantic, it could be business, friendships, but some kind of commitment has put you in a problem, had you in a problem for some time. It's taken a lot of hard work to connect back to yourself, to get back into this place of feeling worthy, being able to receive. It's meant working hard, nurturing yourself, overcoming fears, and this is coming up on the Three of Swords because of a past heartbreak. Shift your perspective. Know that you're protected, and know that you're being guided. It's like, trust yourself that you'll navigate through. It's like, open your heart to love. You can navigate through any situation, or open your heart in terms of business relationships. It's trusting yourself to trust. That's what it feels like. Realize how much you've mastered your emotions since you've had this like time out. It feels like some kind of time away from reality almost. But it's led to your success. And that's what it's saying. 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands. It's like this past heartbreak has actually revealed a part of yourself to you. Instead of you looking at someone else, it's like you've looked deep within yourself. You've learned about yourself in a deeper way, or it's like you know what you're here to do or what you want to do. Shift your perspective and realize that these relationships or these past commitments actually freed you in some way. That they taught you about yourself, what you wanted, what you didn't want, what works and what doesn't work in terms of how you run in a relationship and what you expect or want from others. It's not a case that it's like you've closed out this cycle. You're not standing as the same as you was before. It's like you'll see this coming. If the same thing that you've gone through, this conflict that you've gone through in the past, if it was to come back again, or if your boundaries were disrespected in some way, I don't even feel like they'd be able to be disrespected, because it's like intuitively you can see it coming. It's like, trust yourself that you're going to make the right decision for you. If you're feeling guided to travel, it's definitely here. Literally feels like that honeymoon energy. Could just be you by yourself though, in that energy. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Feels dreamy. Know you're protected as you move forward. Your dreams are protected. Chariot, 6 of Swords. I feel like traveling could help you get back to yourself. Or just the Queen of Wands as well. Or like traveling to places or mixing in places where it's like you're around people that share similar passions or values, or it's like where you feel free to be, where you can express yourself, fully express yourself. The Star. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Page 52. Now is the time to believe. Challenges fade away as the joy that comes from the true faith lights your way like a clear starry sky. Life has wonderful, magical things in store for you. There's no room now for self-doubt. Look to the future with hope and optimism. God, the angels and the fairies can help you manifest whatever you need in order to move forward. In order to move toward a happy life or career. Trust in yourself and your abilities. Allow your faith to grow like the constellations. It will guide you to rich and fulfilling spiritual insights. Our fairy is opening the chalice well and releasing the ancient healing and manifestation energy for you. Additional meanings of this card: faith to move mountains, believing in your future, good fortune, light at the end of the tunnel, suddenly knowing what to do next, spiritual joy. Love that. There's like an emotional energy coming off of this card. 52 is a very personal number for me, and it's like, I feel like it must be connected to the message, and it is that message of like self-love, making changes and choices that align with your higher self. There's a lot of success coming in, a lot of prosperity coming in. Just stay committed. Don't let anyone distract you at this time. Stunning. Butterfly. The raccoon and the coyote. This is a card of self-sabotage. I feel like there could be some impatience making you want to go back to old ways of doing things, old ways of being. Could be feeling deflated that things haven't been moving as quick, or it's like you feel like you've put so much work in, invested so much energy and taken so much practical action, and that the return on that investment of energy isn't satisfying you in some way, or you feel like you've failed, but it's like you haven't. It's like you're continuously evolving, you're continuously learning, you're right on time. Don't get impatient. There is a lesson of patience here with temperance. Coyotes sitting on temperance. It's like, don't let impatience send you back to things that no longer serve you. Yeah, the trickster. See through the genius of your acts of self-sabotage. Find it amusing and laugh. This feels like really integrating your lower self. Accepting, like integrating everything. It's like a lot of the time, especially when you're on your like having an awakening or becoming aware of certain things spiritually, you think you should be doing certain things, and that it's like almost trying to avoid lower vibrational situations, or doing things that you label as like low energy. But there's a lot of lessons there. It's like resistance to anything's resistance to everything. Continuing to be kind to yourself, love all parts of yourself, that your lower self is just as important as your higher self, that you need to, that it's like there's a lot of lessons there. And it's like it's okay to let go, like not having some, like you have to be perfect or have to be a certain way. It's like really resting in your humanness and embracing that, enjoying that, doing the things that make you feel good, regardless of how others label that. If they label that as low frequency, or if it is, or whatever, it's like your path solely for you. But also being mindful that you're not sabotaging yourself out of fear of a new beginning, a fear of change, or a fear of moving forward, or almost telling yourself that things aren't working because they're not moving quick enough. It's like speaking to existence the outcome you want. Don't dwell on the things you don't. And the butterfly, huge energy of transformation. The blue on this card is like throat chakra, is feeling like self-expression. Really knowing yourself, not feeling a way to like affirm with your actions who you are, expressing yourself completely. Transformation. Butterfly can give clarity to your mental process, help you organise the project you are undertaking, and assist you in finding the next step for your personal life or career. The main message to be obtained from drawing this symbol is that you are ready to undergo some type of transformation. To discern what your next move is, use the butterfly spread. The cocoon stage involves going within, doing or developing your project or idea or aspect of personality. The final stage of transformation is leaving the chrysalis of chrysalis and birth. This last step involves sharing the colours and joy of your creation with the world. So like each step of the journey, you had the inspiration, the vision to create something. Then you brought it into the physical, or put the work into it, like planting seeds, working on things underground, like that back cave energy, working on what it is you're creating. And now it's time to reveal, to share your light, share your creations with the world, show up authentically, unapologetically, not feeling like you need to hold yourself back in any way. It's like fully liberating yourself from any judgment. And the raccoon is the generous protector. Raccoon carries the medicine of the protector, of the underdog and provider for the young, infirm and elderly. Often called Little Bandit by southern tribes, this Robin Hood of the animal kingdom teaches us about generosity and caring for others. When Raccoon comes your way, you are being asked to contact your inner warrior, to become a protector and generous provider for those in need, without allowing them to become victims or dependents. Like the tribal chiefs of old, Raccoon tends to the needs of the tribe before taking anything for itself. The uncommon lack of greed is a rare in the world of humans, as it is in the rest of the animal world. While other creatures fight one another for the best of a kill, Raccoon teaches a universal law of giving back to the source of your strength, guidance and protection. You are also reminded that benevolence and generosity come around full circle to reward the giver. If Raccoon wandered into your cars today, the little bandit may be telling you to look around and see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of another, instead of remaining silent when others are gossiping. Maybe it is time to share the bounty of your time, energy or possessions with the less fortunate. But remember to help those in need, develop their own protector and provider skills. In all cases, Raccoon asks that you honour yourself and others equally. Provide for your own needs, or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously. Chiefs earn their eagle feathers when they promote every human's right to self-dignity. Acting in this manner brings that same honour to yourself and to your family. Page 222. It feels like an energy of mentorship or leadership in some way, that you have to have your cup full in order to be able to pour to another. But there's something also that, like, a true healer just shares the tools and teaches others how to heal themselves. It's like everyone's their own healer, everyone has the answers they need. And it's like providing people, instead of giving your strength or giving or teaching in some way or giving them the answers, is actually teaching them how to find the answers for themselves so that they are independent, so that then they can move along and teach someone else. It's like, it feels like a certain type of character that's like your value. It's like your character is your value. There's something there where you can guide others because of the things you've gone through, maybe subliminally or without, maybe indirectly, through a message or through your writing or through art or through movement, whatever it is that you do. And it's being in that open-hearted place. I think it was this reading I was saying about the sword in the stone energy, and that's what it feels like. It's like it's not the strongest warrior that could remove it. It's the heart power is our biggest power, our biggest source of strength in terms of staying protected, being strong, healing. It's like all connected. And there's something about, although you've had the opportunity, like we were saying earlier, to respond in an aggressive way, maybe, let's say aggressive, for lack of a better word, it's like you've chosen to stay in your heart space, to transmute and not fuel that karmic cycle with individuals, which is why it's like you're ready to take your place I'm literally hearing you're ready to take your place as king. You're ready to take your place as leader, like as a leader. Standing strong in your truth. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.